This video is going to show you how to enter your inventory counts into DMEWorks and how the only way to enter serial numbers into DMEWorks. You're going to click on Process, Purchase Orders, and it's going to open a new purchase order. The order date is the day that you have ordered the equipment from the company. If you don't know, just pick a random date. Most people pick the beginning of the year because you don't work on January 1st. If you have an actual PO number from that company, you can put it in here, or a PO number from a different software. And then you're going to choose your vendor. You're going to click on your binoculars and find your vendor. If your vendor is not there, you're going to click cancel and click on the white piece of paper and add your vendor. All you need is their name, but you can put in all the information. I'm just going to choose Initial Inventory Setup as my vendor. And then I'm going to click on the green plus button to add my product. I'm going to skip the customer because that's for customized orders or special orders only. And I'm going to go to my item. I'm going to click on my binoculars to find my item. And I'm going to find my item. So I'm going to say strips, diabetic strips. So I'm going to choose my AccuCheck and click OK. If I know how much they cost me, how much my cost is, I'm going to enter that cost in here. If you don't know the cost, it needs to be at least a penny. Then how many I need to put on hand. So I need to put 5 on hand. So I'm going to say I ordered 5 and I'm going to receive 5. And click OK. Oh, I've got to put in my date received and my warehouse and click OK. So if I need to add something else, let's say I'm going to add a serialized piece of equipment. I'm going to add a wheelchair. I can do that. Put in my cost, how many I'm ordering, and how many I'm receiving. One thing you want to make sure, and I like to do it on all items, but especially on serialized items, is just click on my pencil and see if my serialized is checked. If it is checked, it's going to require a serial number for every single one I put in. So if I put 2 in, it's going to require me for 2 serial numbers. If it's not checked, it's not going to allow you to put serial numbers in. So I'm going to do the same process. I didn't do this on this one, so let's look. Okay, it is not serialized. Click OK. So then you keep clicking on the green plus button and adding. If you click on the green plus button and click on the white piece, the binoculars, and your item's not there, you're going to click cancel and click on the white piece of paper and add your item. You need at least the item description and inventory code. It's best if you make your inventory codes unique. They can be whatever you want. That's easier to find. A lot of people use the HCPCS code. Once I am done adding all my items, I'm going to check my approved box and I'm going to save. And that's going to pop up my serial numbers. So it's telling me it's added 2 serial numbers to the system. If you have the serial numbers in front of you, which I suggest you have before you do your purchase orders, then you can add the serial numbers in here. If you don't have them, you can just click Save and Close. I'm going to put one in here, and I'll show you where you can find them. So now I just added 5 diabetic strips and 2 standard wheelchairs. I can find that in my Maintain inventory. I can pick my warehouse, and then I can actually search for my the item that I added. So I added 5. I had one sold already, so I must have had a -0. So I can actually double click on this line item, and it's going to tell me what happened. So I had none on hand. That's why 1 was committed and 1 was sold. So when I received 5, it put 4 on hand and showed me that I had my 1 sold. You can also see that for the wheelchair. How many I have on hand and rent it. But I also can go into Maintain Serial and search and see all of my items that I have in here. So if I want to find my K001s, These are all my serialized items, and these are the ones I forgot to put serial numbers in. So I can add the serial numbers here by double clicking and just entering in the serial number. Never, never, never come here and click new. If you do, your status is going to be blank and you'll never be able to use that serial number. So serial numbers have to be used in the purchase order. And then you just click new to start your next purchase order from your next vendor.